Yo, what up? Bit of a build and league update, but I'll show you the map first. Kinda like the maps I run, it's usually all some random stuff. Yeah, the builds feeling pretty solid now. The moment I got ailment immunity, it started to feel, I don't want to say as good as last league, but yeah, pretty much. And biggest change basically did from last league is that we run a double 5-link instead of a 6-link, which I'm gonna show you soon how much better it is. But you don't actually see the skill, but I have a keep creeping frost here as another 5-link that I'm using, because it's pretty much like 50% more damage compared to another, like actually having a 6-link vortex. I've killed Sirus a couple times on this guy now, and the last kill, for once I got a bit lucky and I actually got a Turn of Hope early instead of needing to kill him like, you know, 10 times. That was nice.
Come on now, don't go all day.
I'm liking the league mechanic, I guess, with the exception of the. I wish we could take that. That's a bit too rippy with the removal of my energy shield per hit. I don't want to take that. I guess we'll just take some quantity. There's some quantity from normal monsters. But yeah, with the exception of how. I'll take that.
Risky choice.
With the exception of how. Oh wow. The immunities. And seriously?
That should make things interesting.
The immunities and then the Lockwood drop rates. Because at least for me, they barely exist. I really want to take that, but at the same time I don't. Right now I'm just like hunting. Yes, wait. Those. This is a bit of a scuffed one, but the league mechanic is really smooth to do in this character, because you can like go ahead the spawns and then have all of your dots already on them. You can see everything just kind of like dies. Like I don't actually have much damage. I think my combined dot DPS right now with all of the 3 spells is like 1. I think it's a bit less than 1.1 mil, but I'm also missing a lot of gear. I'm missing 5% chill effect still, which is you can actually see on the boss soon, which is another 5% increased damage taken from bone chill. Over here. So the playstyle is like, for normal mapping, remain clear comes from just cold snapping, and then when you're shield charging, when you're like arriving in the pack, you click vortex. I clicked it a bit too early there, but that's the way you like get it like safely into packs, and you can instantly do damage to them. And then if you had this set up so that your shield charge would EE, you could also EE with that. I'm still, so yeah, I guess big upgrades are missing. I don't have ES and block shield yet. I have a couple bases that I need to change into that. I'm just gonna clear these. I'm not gonna actually do crafts after the video. I don't have any damage from my amulet apart from my annoyance. A tiny bit of damage. What are you doing here? We'll take more cold, yeah. And then yeah, the boss damage is so you wanna cold snap, you wanna vortex, you do the creeping frost, but before, ideally before all of those, you would toss in a frost bomb for the minus res. Okay. This is bad, man. Got 3 Blister Lords. Not a single one of them gave me a crap. That hurts my soul. We're gonna have the same here.
Just need a map.
Nope, no Blister Lords. Okay, that's it. So, yeah. My weapon kinda sucks. It's the same weapon as I found like day one. At the time it was really good, but right now it's really lacking. I've been trying to farm Little Arthane with the inside job, get blueprints, to get a EE Scepter. So I've been, I'm not sure if unlucky. I found the other Scepters like 4 times now. I have 2 of the EO Scepters, and then I found the Suffering one like 3 times as well, I think. I'm considering myself a bit unlucky with that, because that would save me a lot of points. I could respec all of this, and then start going towards another costume. But yeah, we got a Thread of Hope. Took me like 8 divines, I believe, and the last divine that actually landed on this was me selling an actually usable 6-link. So sacrifice was made, and then it paid out. So we get all of the good stuff here. My Constitutes are kind of eh. My large Constitutes is perfect with the Conjured Ball Mage Hunter. This elegant form should be a 2 passive, just like this. So this gives me 30% avoidance. That's 20, so 50. 10, so that's another 60. Then we have a 25% on boots, and then we have craft on the shield, which gets us to 100 avoidance. So that's how we are actually like ailment immune. Yeah, my mediums are kind of shit. I mean, they both have Vile Rin, which is nice for the ES and some damage. And then I have just a random Circling Oblivion and Exposure Therapy. So I'm missing 60% chill effect from not having 2 deep chills. So ideally it would just be Vile plus deep chill on both of these slots, which is 5% Cold DoT multi and 30% chill effect. Which would bring my current chill to 30%. I think right now it's like 35%. Yeah, so there's the skill tree right now. I have a random jewel with some damage here. This is swapped for Corrupted Blood Immune for Sirus. And speaking of Sirus, misclick. I have another set of flasks that I use for Sirus specifically. So I just have, I would need to re-roll that. I would like this to be extra charges. I mean, I actually have a few we can try. Yeah, there you go. So we get an extra charge out of that. And now I should roll this for either extra charges or reduce charges used or something like that. And then I have increased effect, extra charges on these. This should also be extra charges. But not right now, it's 2 uses, which is good enough. And then I just have, and then these are still missing them. So basically just scaling evasion. So whenever I hear diving, and if I feel like I'm gonna get hit by it, I press 2 of the flasks. So it's like either these 2 or these 2, which gives a lot of extra evasion for the heal through my Ghost Route. So we get 5% of my evasion back whenever we lose a Ghost Route. So I'll just actually show you the one without the effect. So it's just these 2. So we go from like 11k to 21k, which is a bit less than last league, of course. I think with this we would have probably been like 25k at the moment, I think. but it's still a lot, like 20k, 5% of 20k. It is a decent amount of ES back whenever you get hit from that. Currently my anoint from my amulet, so this is literally just ES and some resist, is Flash Freeze, because it gives like 24% cold damage and it's 20% effect of cold element, so that's 2% extra chill from my cold snap. Yeah, I'll show you the do I don't have another like actual support gem here, but so we have Vortex currently at 120k. So imagine like 30% more multiplier on this, right? That's another like, I don't know, 36k. So we would be at like 150, 160, somewhere around that mark, right? But if we use Creeping Frost there instead, with the same link, so Elite Focus, Hypothermia, Control Destruction, and Fifth Affliction, ideally this would be a power later on, because I really dislike the reduced duration. So my Vortex duration right now is 3.35 seconds. Without the Swift Affliction, it's 4.5 seconds. So now we add the Creeping Frost, which does pretty much the exact same damage as the Vortex, which is like 118k, right? So these two combined is like 240k almost, compared to like the 160 or whatever. So it is a massive damage difference in running the double 5-link compared to 6-link. You should do that as well. If nothing else, at least for bossing. I was doing left-click Vortex while bossing originally, when I was still using Inspiration, which you could use Inspiration over Fifth Affliction, but I was like, I'd rather just have the Vortex on my actual
Just need a
like use button, so I don't
breath.
it automatically, because it makes mapping a lot better to do this. And then for mapping, I barely use Creeping Frost. I usually use them like some leak mechanics, where I can like set it up a bit. Other than that, not really. So yeah, ideally my anoint would be Tranquility here, which gives you ES and damage based on ES, but that's two all anoints which I don't have, and I don't have an amulet worthy of that yet. So yeah, I'll open the PoB quick, I guess. So here's my character as it is right now. The combined full dot DPS, so this is Vortex, that's like 340k, Creeping Frost, which has like 300k, and then Cold Snap. I think this is actually might be with wall Cold Snap right now. Yeah, so it's like 800k currently against Sirus. I think this is correct. Yeah, we have 25% chill effect. If I take this out, we'll have this damage doesn't change, because that's where it is right now. But now if you did that like here, it would go down a lot. So yeah, that's just me showing like the exact effect there. You can have frenzy yards sometimes. Well, mapping you have them, but I don't want to click them for bossing, even though sometimes for bossing you can also have them with wall Cold Snap. Yeah. So I'll quickly show you some easy upgrades. So my wand here, I'm just gonna slap the mods in there that my next weapon would have. So where are you? So ideally this dot multi would be Cold dot multi, and it would go all the way to like 28%. So that alone gives us like 8% extra. So that is massive difference just from that. And then we will probably like multi-mod spell damage plus the 8-second trigger. We don't need the 4-second trigger at all. So I'll just slap in the crafted spell damage plus there's two options. There's spell damage, and then there's spell damage mana regen. The spell damage goes to 66% but costs an exalt, and then you have the mana regen version. mana regen spell damage, which goes to 60%, and this only costs like 4 chaos, I believe. So you definitely want to use this. So as you can see, that alone got us from like 800k to 1 point, like 950k. So that's like 150k extra from that. Then the amulet. Where are you, amulet? So the anoint should be tranquility. See, decent increase in damage and some extra ES. Oh yeah, we don't have discipline here. And then this should also be influence. So I don't know, redeemer. Then I mean, well, I'll just show you by adding +1 level to my spells, I guess, because that's what it would do. So that will already bring us to like 1.2 mil. And ideally you would get a +2, and then let's make my chill effect like even like 28%. So that already is a bit extra. Or 30% would be 1.2, which is probably already enough to do like literally everything except geared at that point, I think. So yeah, pretty comfy looking still, because our damage, like even though the damage value is pretty low, it's an actual like real time DPS. You don't have to have flasks. You always have your dots on the ground, so stuff will be going to them all the time. Also, I'm missing 12% curse effect from my ring, I believe. Yeah, this is only 20% effect, so if the ring was a bit higher, should be 32. I have a ring that I'm crafting, but I'm unable to get like some ES roll with the effect mod there, so that also gives some extra. So yeah, an incredibly smooth build to still do stuff with, and then after that it was just getting like extra 2k ES and still doing fucking everything with no problems. Yeah, PoB is of course gonna be in the description, but yeah, enjoying the build a lot still. I think this could be a decent counter build for Trickster, and probably gonna leave this video with a potential teaser for a future build.